Okay, this is awkward occurrence with Hocus News. We're still covering the Colorado STEM school event. Okay, this is Brandon. He supposedly rushed a shooter with that other boy, last name Castillo, rhymes with Castillo. I don't remember his first name at this moment. This is the interview that they did today, I guess. And again, like Riley Howard of UNCC, who rushed an imaginary shooter. This is Brandon's take on what he saw firsthand in a classroom with the shooter, Devon Eckerson.
So our first and primary concern is to preserve that for our community and otherwise, but I think it's a great opportunity to put a face of youth, of courage, of hope, of sacrifice before you today. So
Face of youth. He laughed. Yeah, he doesn't look too much like a youth. Not a youth you'll see in high school or middle school.
without further ado, Brendan, please introduce yourself.
My name is Brendan Biley, and I'd like to simply start off first by
Brendan Bally.
I want to thank you, Mark. He has been a tremendous help during this whole thing. It's been a very wild couple days, and before...
Yeah, wild day. Couple days. This happened yesterday, and it's the next day, Wednesday, and they did this interview today. And he's up there grinning and laughing with this dude. Let's see, the woman on the far right looking at the camera out of her corner of her eye. Dude on the left holding his hand, nervous. And Brandon has his hand on his... In the black has his hand on his legs. Other dude has his hands wherever he has his hands. So you can see he's nervous, far left nervous, far right she's nervous. Of course Brendan is nervous. And the guy in the middle, a little more relaxed but still nervous.
I say anything else, and I mean any... Please, I want to thank you, Mark. He has been a tremendous help during this whole thing. It's been a very wild couple days, and before I say anything else, and I mean anything else, I am sitting right here. However, there are a couple other students who aren't. One of those being Kendrick Castillo. He passed away. I saw it happen, and I want to make something very, very clear.
He saw Kendrick Castillo pass away yesterday on a Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. He did the interview today, a couple hours ago, before the moon appeared. And he's on camera, and just look at him. Just look at him. Just listen to him.
Kendrick Castillo died a legend. He died a trooper. He got his ticket to Valhalla.
Kendrick Castillo died a trooper. Riley Howard died a trooper.
And I know he will be with me for the rest of my life. Seriously, I love that kid. And the other one doesn't want to be named, but I know you know who you are. Love you too, man. Seriously.
And the other one doesn't want to be named, but I know you know who you are. Looks around, smiles. Stop joking. Stop joking. This is not a joking situation, supposedly, in this event. So Kendrick Castillo, shooter, Brandon something. Let's see him do that again.
I love that kid. And the other one doesn't want to be named, but I know you know who you are. Love you too, man. Seriously. Any questions, anything?
You have a lot of, I think, almost like...
So maybe 30 seconds of him saying something. He asked any questions. Right after that little bit where everybody giggled. They giggled.
Made a joy across your face. You're smiling. It's kind of surprising in a way, given the circumstances that you were in.
Anything?
And she says joy, you're kind of smiling. It's kind of surprising in a way. It's not surprising to me that he's giggling, smiling, and joy. So let's listen to that part again.
A lot of, I think, almost like animated animated joy across your face. You're smiling. It's kind of...
And he takes a deep breath, lick his lips when she said that. Lick his lips. Because he know, yeah, maybe I fucked up right there on my acting. Let's continue. Or maybe I fucked up right there on my interview. Let's continue.
Surprising in a way, given the circumstances that you were in like 24 hours ago. Can you just talk about
24 hours ago.
how you're able to smile through what you went through?
Absolutely. What I saw yesterday was the
He's able to smile. Why, people? Do I gotta keep saying why he's able to smile? Everybody else able to smile and look nervous at the same time? Okay. Look at the father on the far left, holding his hands tight, looking with that stare at the woman on the far right, or whoever he's looking at. Dude in the middle in a purple shirt looking down. Brandon, just look at Brandon. Just take a mental picture of this right here before he answers.
absolute best of people. I got to see two heroes, two regular high school kids, two really awesome people jump into action without any hesitation, and I was more than lucky to join them in doing that action. Someone entered the building with incredibly malicious intent, using their cowardice, surprise, and superior weapons, and they lost. They completely and utterly lost to good people, and that is plain and simple.
Why did you do what you did?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think... It's hard to answer something like that. Like, I remember just feeling absolute and complete fear when he walked in, but once movement started, it's either fight or flight, and I'm...
Again, this is 24 hours later.
Just more than happy to know that what I thought I'd be able to do in a situation like that was the reality of what I did.
But maybe you could tell us in what way Kendrick signed his ticket to Valhalla. You say he's a legend.
And we're not going to watch this whole 25 minutes. I'm not watching this whole 25 minutes. Ain't no need to. Ain't no need to.
Before calling him a hero, can you just describe to us the moment
I love that smile. Beautiful smile, dude. Beautiful smile, Brendan.
you saw him jump into action, what he did and what you did?
You can talk about the approach that you took, but not too much more detail.
Yeah, absolutely. It was immediate, non-hesitation, immediate jump into action. There was no questioning, there was no...
And his coach said you can talk about the approach you took in more detail. And I say coach because don't play me. Do not play me.
Hesitation, there was... Yeah, absolutely. It was immediate, non-hesitation, immediate jump into action. There was no questioning, there was no hesitation, there was no looking around. It was threat noticed, action time.
What does that mean? Did he try to
Okay,
get in the way of
he was on...
try to jump on him?
He was, Kendrick is like a bowling ball when he gets moving, and it is very hard to stop that kid when he starts going. And so that's...
Kendrick, it's like a bowling ball when he gets moving, and it's hard to stop that kid. I've seen some forward pictures of him. He looks like a freaking offensive lineman. Kendrick is like a bowling ball when he gets moving. Everybody laughs. Cracking jokes once again. Everybody laughs. Still laughing and grinning, as you can see.
exactly what happened. The gunman was there, and then he was against the wall, and moving, and it is very hard to stop that kid when he starts going, and so that's exactly what happened. The gunman was there, and then he was against the wall, and didn't know what the hell hit him.
So Kendrick charged him.
Kendrick is a incredibly close friend of mine. I've known him since the beginning of high school, and he was a complete and absolute key.
I've known him. I knew him. Not known. You knew him. He's supposedly dead. I knew him. Not known him.
Part of STEM. Kendrick is a incredibly close friend of mine. I've known him since the beginning of high school, and he was a complete and absolute key part of STEM and my life.
How did you all decide to jump into action?
Oh, it's not a decision. It was just go. In my brain, it was complete and absolute fear, but my Kendrick went up, I went up, and it went to it. Got on the gunman, and I tried my best to stop it as I could.
Was he firing as you did that?
It's okay.
Yes.
Looks to the coach. After they asked, was he firing after you did that? Coach said, it's okay.
In the skirmish, he got on the gunman, and I tried my best to stop it as I could.
Was he firing as you did that?
It's okay.
Yes, during the skirmish, he did fire once or twice.
Were you ever afraid?
No.
He did fire once or twice. It's not hard to remember how many times he fired in a traumatic event.
When he first...
It's okay.
Yes, during the skirmish, he did fire once or twice.
Were you ever afraid?
No. When he first brandished the pistol when he entered the room, yeah, absolutely. But it was very bizarre. I can't explain it. I'm not like some grr, baddie, macho. It's just there was fear. I still look back at it and I still feel a bit of fear when I think back to it. But after that point, it is just doing what I thought I should do.
Did you disarm him?
It's okay.
I did indeed, yes. I did, yes. With the assistance of...
It's okay. The coach says it's okay.
both of those point, it is just doing what I thought I should do.
Did you disarm him?
It's okay.
I did indeed, yes. I did, yes. With the assistance of both of those boys. Like, it was not just me. It was not just Kendrick. It was just not the individual. I just happened to be on the right side. Was able to get the handgun away from him.
Were you in the group that helped try to save Kendrick? It's okay.
And he's looking down, trying to think of a answer out of thin air to give you guys.
It's just able to get the handgun away from him.
Were you in the group that helped try to save Kendrick? It's okay.
It's okay.
It's just like, when it came to actually, I don't know what you mean by safe per se, but when he was shot and I saw him on the ground, and once the threat was once the other student who was helping us there was still on top of him and he was done, and I handed his handgun, I kept it in a safe direction, and I went over to Kendrick and I gave him multiple verbal commands, questions, but he was not responding, and then once a teacher came in, I tried my best to assist with that.
Is this stuff that comes naturally to you, or is this part of your skills and things that you've learned with being a bully with the Marines?
Let's look at that beautiful smile of Brendan's.
Tried my best to assist with that.
Is this stuff that comes naturally to you, or is this part of your
Look at that
skills
smile.
and
Look at that
things that
smile.
you've learned with being a bully with the Marines?
I don't know. I probably credit these two, Mom, Dad, right here, probably for that. I don't know how I would have acted in that situation. Like, it's not something I practice for. I mean, I think everybody has these ideas like, what if somebody comes in with a gun? What do I do? I think everybody thinks, I mean, I thought that, yeah, I'd jump in, but I'm just happy I did. I didn't think consciously I'd do this and then this. It just happened.
Wait, now walk us through again. Tell us, describe to us step by step what Kendrick did to become a hero. Physically charge the shooter.
Yeah, even...
Okay, after he answers this question, we're going to skip through this video because this video is 25 minutes. I'm not watching this whole 25 minutes. We're going to skip through it. Then we're going to get to the next video. Then we're going to be done with this video for the night. For the day. For the night. For the day.
Volleyball.
Yeah, he charged the shooter and immediately was on top of him. Complete disregard for his own safety. He was immediately there to respond. He was immediately on the shooter, and he was ready to end the threat.
Did you never take it personal?
Yes, I did. Yes, sir.
Pride?
This little pathetic hoorah, have any determination on my life, and to people who are worried, and I don't blame you. It's a serious thing, especially when the limelight is on you, it's on your school. You think it happens to lots of other people, but then it happens to you, and it's like, now what? I guess the best thing I do is when I get stressed, get a glass of water, eat some food, take a breather.
More smiling.
Seriously, the world, there's bad people out there, but there are a lot of good people out there too. There's far more good in the world.
And there really is a lot of good people out there. Really is. Maybe not as many as you will want, but there's a lot of good people out there.
Than there is bad, and I promise you that.
And there's a lot of bad and programmed. Let's just say there's a lot of bad people out there too. More than you really want it to be.
Seriously.
I'm sorry?
The teacher's name will help.
The IT teacher.
It's okay.
Mr. Pritchard.
The Marine Corps had pretty high praise for you today.
You're good?
Exactly. You just knew her.
Okay, we skipped around. Let's see what they were laughing at.
Yeah.
What did your parents say to you when you were first reunited?
Oh, what did you... You okay? You're good?
You just knew her.
Yeah.
What did your parents say to you when you were first reunited?
Oh, what did you... You okay? You're good?
Exactly like that.
Yeah, something like that over the phone. I don't know. Parent stuff. I just reassured them all good. And I just went to going back to helping my students once everybody's evacuated out of the building.
Did you at least give him a hug?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Giggles. Yes. 24 hours after a traumatic supposed event. Let's skip ahead because I'm not looking at this whole 25 minutes. You can go back yourselves and look at this whole 25-minute interview, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I got kind of a weird glitch brain, but I have, and I've talked to all my students. One of the students on the ground, the other students who were there, who were in the classroom. Everybody plays it in their head. I mean, it's publicized so much today. I don't know. It's not so much more prevalent. I mean, it's publicized quite often, but the only thing I got are some scrapes on my knees.
Brendan, a week, a month, a year from now, when people look back on what happened yesterday, what do you want? You have the control of this. What do you want people to remember?
That bad people, cowardly people with no prospects other than that of attempting to wreak fear on their students, completely and utterly failed when they stacked their odds against them. They completely and utterly failed in the matter of half a minute. And I want people to take away, not my name, but I want them to...
I do have a comment to that, but no, I'm going to keep it to myself I really don't keep it to myself. Evil completely and utterly failed in this event. No, I'm not talking about a shooter. I'm talking about these people laughing 24 hours after a so-called massacre. Complete and utterly failed. Their masters complete and utterly failed.
Take away Kendrick's name out of anybody. I don't care. My name can go away to the sand sister. I don't care. Kendrick Castillo's name should stick in your brains forever. It's going to stick in mine. It's going to stick in the students who go to STEM's minds forever. That will never leave us.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principles and principalities of darkness and high places.
So it's that name and knowing that you do not have to be a victim in a situation like that at all. Choose to take action. Choose to help others afterwards. Yeah.
Did it surprise you that
No, not you. Oh, I apologize. But when you made the phone
More laughing.
he answered.
Okay, let's get on to the next video so I can end this.
When he made the phone call?
When I called you.
Well, I was at work with clients, and
It's fine.
I knew something wasn't right, and I saw his number pop up. I saw his... Well, I was...
At work with clients.
And
That's fine.
I knew something
Let's
wasn't
see what that look is.
when he made the phone call.
When I called you.
Well, I was...
Let's just look at the mom look. at the dude, or the lady look at the dude in black.
When he made the phone
When he made the phone call, when I called you,
I was at work with
I was at work,
clients,
and he looks,
I knew
give
something
her a
wasn't
signal,
right, and I saw his number
and I
pop
knew
up.
something was wrong, right, and I saw his number pop up.
And it was apparent.
Now he's coaching her. In the black, he's coaching her to the right. In the purple, he was coaching him to the right of him in the black.
Nightmare.
Okay, I'd like to thank
One more time.
Pop up on my phone.
One more time.
Clients, and when he made the phone call,
When I called you,
When I called
I
you,
was
smiling.
at work with clients.
I was at work with clients. He does his eye thing.
Right, and I saw his number.
He
pop
looks
up.
up.
I saw his face pop up on my phone, and
Smiling.
it was a parent's worst nightmare.
Okay, I'd like to thank the press today for being
One more time.
On my phone, and
Looks up. That's fine.
something wasn't right, and I saw his
Looks
number
up.
pop up. I saw his face pop up on my phone, and it was a parent's worst nightmare.
Okay. The main coach gets up.
Yeah, no problem. We'll do those off records. We'll do those off records. I just want to thank everybody for being here today again.
thank you.
This is what the face looks like.
Okay. This is a follow-up to another YouTuber video. What is his name? I will put this YouTuber's name in the description or comments. But he did a video about this interview with this boy and his I'm gonna call him a parent. Why am I want to say parent? He did an interview about this boy and his so-called parent. So let's look at it. Now I will put his name in the descriptions below.
I was saying.
Believe it or not, look at him. How old do you think he is? How old? He says he's 12. No.
Thinking about all the things I'd last said to my family members and all that.
And this isn't his first interview of the day. You'll be surprised. He's done many interviews, maybe a handful of interviews that same day. But this is the first time he ran through his lines on camera.
I was thinking about all the things I'd last said to my family members and all that. And I just wanted to tell them that I loved them, just in case I never saw them again.
And this interview was done the same day. Same day after shooting.
Then the siren started blaring, and our teacher ordered us behind the desk. This was this shooting upstairs, and then she had us move to the closet very quietly after they got closer to our door. Us behind the desk.
After what got closer to your door? Really? Because the shooting was contained to one spot. So there's no way it can get closer to your door. And from what Brandon said, the shooting was contained to one spot in the school. Nothing got closer to your door. Not even that other juvenile, which they ain't saying how that other juvenile was caught yet.
This was this shooting upstairs, and then she had us move to the closet very quietly after they got closer to our door.
After who?
It was comforting being able.
Had us move to the closet very quietly after they got closer to our door.
Let's do a photo. You see how the mom just lays her head? They got the one eye right there, covering her nose, one eye. Look at her. Look at the mom. Look at the so-called mom. Look at her eye. Look at the dad with the grin on his face. Just look at it.
It was comforting being able.
Let's move to the closet. closet very quietly after they got closer to our door.
Lay your head on his shoulder. Okay, pick it up.
It was comforting being able to put my kid to bed in his bed last night knowing he was safe. So at the same time, you're able to put your child to bed and kiss him on the bed, kiss him on the head, while other families are, instead of planning graduations, are planning funerals.
Philando Castile, Minnesota. In the Butler High School shooting, which was a real shooting in Butler High School last year, they didn't withhold any juvenile names. Both those kids was under 18, and both those kids' names was on local news. They didn't withhold no information. And that Butler High School shooting was real. They didn't withhold any information. It wasn't on national news. It was just on your local news station in Butler High School in North Carolina. That was a real event. They didn't have all this circus acting. They didn't have none of that. They interviewed students, yes, but they interviewed real students. It was real interviews. It wasn't none of this acting and this sentimental music in the background. It wasn't no interviews the day after with parents and so-called other students. Then nobody charged the shooter. No, it was a bullying incident at Butler High School. The dude shot his bully in the back. And they arrested him. He shot his bully, and he just gave up after he shot his bully. Just look up Butler High School shooting 2018. That was a real event. Wasn't no national news coverage. Wasn't no immediate 24-hour interviews with the student's parent or the shooter or the victim. None of that. All right. One last thing, and I will end this video.
You're open all day, every day.
That's what 24/7 means, sugar.
Kind of like how you get 24/7 access to licensed agents with...
Let's just watch this commercial with this little Geico who's been out for years. This little green Geico.
Geico.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't get your name. I got yours, Vincent, right? But I never got your...
My name's Pitt, and your ass ain't talking your way out of this shit.
No. I just want you to know. I just want you to know how sorry we are that things got so fucked up with us and Mr. Wallace. We got into this thing with the best intentions, really. I never...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please, continue. You were saying something about best intentions? What's the matter? Oh, you were finished. Oh, well, allow me to retort. What does Marcellus Wallace look like? What? What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, motherfucker! Do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. Yes. Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
He's black.
Go on. He's bald. Does he look like a bitch?
What?
Does he look like a bitch? No! Then why you try to fuck him like a bitch, Brett? Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Brett. You tried to fuck him. Well, Marcellus Wallace don't like to be fucked by anybody except Mrs. Wallace. You read the Bible, Brett? Yes. Well, there's this passage I got memorized. So this is the case. Ezekiel 25:17. The
path of the righteous
man is beset
on all sides of iniquity to ills,
and the tyranny of
an evil man.
Blessed
Blessed is he whose name,
charity
charity, and goodwill,
shepherds the
the
weak
weak
through
through
the
this
valley
valley
of
of the
darkness.
darkness.
For
And he is truly
his
brother's keeper and the finder of lost souls.
And I
Oh,
will
strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
And you will
No, my name is the Lord when I lay my...
vengeance upon thee. Great vengeance and
One more time. I just like the Bible verse.
truly his brother's keeper. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to
Poison and destroy my brothers. And you would know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Oh, yeah. And this has been Awkward Occurrence with Hocus News. And we will see you later.